things are getting out of control when it comes to reporting about Xbox situation in Europe. I mean, some people claim that Xbox is dropping console support in Europe, which is not true. Let's look into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I would like to talk about Xbox situation in Europe. I mean, there's all kinds of weird stories on the internet right now claiming that Xbox is dropping support for Xbox consoles in Europe, which is not true. And so I want to address that, and I want to talk about also what's going on with Xbox here in Europe. I live in Europe, so I guess I can give you a little bit different perspective, right? Obviously, each country in Europe is a bit different, right? But generally speaking, Europe is PlayStation territory, really, right? Nintendo kind of too. Okay, so first off, where did that all start, right? I mean, Tom Warren, he's got these kind of secret nodes, which you can subscribe to. Apparently it's behind paywall, and not everyone is having access to that, so some people will report on some stuff that are in these nodes, but then again without context, and other people run with all kinds of weird stories, right? And one of such stories started appearing online a few days ago, claiming that Xbox is dropping console support completely in Europe, right? And like I said, it all started with Tom Warren, where in his notes he said that he's hearing, basically that Microsoft is kind of changing their marketing strategy. They want to invest less in marketing of Xbox consoles. Instead, they want to focus more on Game Pass and PC and xCloud, right? Which kind of makes sense because Europe have always been this area where Xbox never had much success. I mean, it's pretty much PlayStation territory. Nintendo a little bit too, but PlayStation, believe it or not, Sony sells more consoles in Europe than in States, right? So for PlayStation, Europe is actually bigger than States. The margins may not be as good, I don't know, I guess, but when it comes to number of consoles sold, yeah, they are selling more in Europe than in States. With Xboxes, other way around, they are selling more in US, and I guess they decided. And also one more thing, like Europe is very PC centric too, right? And I guess for Microsoft, it may be more, it's just like a business decision. I guess for them it makes more sense to invest more in advertising, PC games or Xbox Game Pass on PC and stuff. But you know what, like with all these advertising, you usually have Xbox logo on it anyway, so it is what it is, right? But the fact that they will not be spending as much money on advertising Xbox consoles, that doesn't mean that they are dropping Xbox console support completely. At the end of the day, they are still selling around like 60 or 70,000 consoles per week in Europe. So, that's still a significant number, right? I mean, by some, VG charts reporting. So that's one thing. Another thing I want to mention is that the situation in Europe is such that it's a PC market. PC market is very, especially like for example Germany is very PC centric. Poland as well. Like if you actually look at Poland, PCs were always really the thing. You will find more PC players than console gamers overall. PlayStation dominates Europe, and I was wondering why is it happening like that? Like because like marketing is one thing, but it's also about building this relationship with retailers. Now, I don't know how that works exactly in US, but it's one big market, I guess. In Europe is a bit different, right? Because yes, it's a one big European market, and you've got European Union, for example, but still you've got different countries, talking in different languages, speaking different languages. There are, still some cultural differences here and there. Some of the retail stores are different or store chains are different in these countries. I mean, sometimes you've got Saturn in for example, in or MediaMarkt in Germany, in Poland, and a few other countries, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's all over the place, right? So basically, selling stuff in Europe requires a little bit different approach, right? And just Microsoft have never built that kind of network with these retailers and that kind of stuff. And the fact of the matter is that Microsoft is going fully digital now. Well, not fully just yet, but I guess they will be the first console manufacturer to actually go full digital in the future for sure. So they are not focusing on retailers that much anymore, and really for them the focus is more PC, which is fully digital, Game Pass, which is fully digital, right? Because you don't buy games, you just download them. So does it make sense? I mean, for them, I guess probably yes, but I wouldn't really worry about Xbox per se, in a sense that there's still going to be places to buy Xbox. Even right now here in Poland, where Poland is like France, where it's pretty much all PlayStation. There's this Xbox sells here in Poland too, but not as good as not as well as PlayStation. And you still got a lot of every single bigger electronics retailer has Xbox on the store shelves, and you can buy games, controllers, and everything, no problem, right? And so listen, at the end of the day, people just run with these weird stories, and I guess it was more like a wishful thinking on their part. But hey, that's how it works. There's one person that will say something, sometimes inaccurate things, and then you've got a bunch of guys running with stories, crazy stories, and made up stories based on a rumor or leak. And another thing is that things that Tom Warren puts in their notes, these are just leaks or rumors. So the fact that he's hearing certain things doesn't necessarily mean that these things will come to fruition, if you know what I mean, right? So, but genuinely speaking, I would not be surprised if Microsoft did that. I'm talking about focusing marketing in Europe more on Game Pass, PC market, xCloud. Yeah, I guess that's probably going to happen, right? So anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.